There it is. Okay, so we are recording, and so be on your best behavior or we'll forever be able to see this. Ooh. All right, guys. So I wanted to go over a couple things with you. Obviously, when we're in the classroom, we get to interact with each other a lot more, and of course we do like small groups and we do lessons and all of that, and we're going to try and do that as much as possible. Okay, try to make this as normal as we can. I know this is crazy, but we're in this together. Okay, so Miss Stone is also learning right now, guys. This is new to me and it's not easy. Okay, so y'all just bear with me and I'll do the same with you guys. Okay, so the first thing is in the classroom we have our rules and we have our expectations. So we're going to have the same thing. Okay, we are going to have rules and expectations whenever we do our Zoom lessons. Okay, so number one, I need you to come prepared. So come with a pencil and a piece and paper. Okay, maybe not today because we're going over expectations, but when we sign on, anytime you're talking to me or you've signed on to a lesson that I've shared with you, make sure you have that pencil and that piece of paper. Okay, because otherwise we're going to all be sitting here waiting and for you to come back, and it's just going to slow everybody up. Okay, the second thing is to stay muted unless I've told you to unmute, because there's lots of background noises that go on, and sometimes those will overlap with what I'm saying and it's hard to hear me. So just make sure that you're muted unless I've asked you to unmute. And I can also control that too. I can mute you and unmute you, okay? You can unmute yourself if you have a question. So let's say I'm teaching and you don't understand or you have a question. You can unmute and say, Miss Stone, I have a question. Okay? Are we good with that? Give me a thumbs up if you're hearing me and you're understanding these expectations so far. Hey, Kyrie. All right, perfect, perfect. Okay. So, if you want to answer a question that I have asked, you can use the little hand raising thing that is actually built into Zoom. So what you're going to do is if you go to participants, it should pop up on your right side. You can raise your hand. It gives you the option to raise your hand on this side. See if you can find it. If you click participate, yep, see, Kaylin's got it. You see how she's got that little blue hand now up on her screen. Yep, Ezra's got it. Eli's got it. I said Jody because it's on here. That would be Addison. Addison, I'm going to change your name just so I don't get confused. I'm going to change your name to Addison. There we go. Rename you there. Okay. Let's see. Abel has it. Johanna, have you figured it out? Tariana's got it. So Johanna, do you see the little, it looks like little people at the bottom and it says participant, starts with a P? Do you see that? Yeah, can you click that and then find your name and you can raise your hand and it pops a little blue hand up. Okay. Allison, do you figure it out? No. It's hard. I would share my screen, but I don't know if you guys would be able to see it. Let me see if I can share my screen and show you what I'm talking about. It might not show it though. Nope, it isn't going to show you. Boo. All right. So I'm going to stop that share. If you figured it out, good. If not, we'll work on that a little bit later. Let me see. I'm going to rename this to Kyrie. There we go. All right, so I can also lower your hand. So I'm going to take everybody's hands down. Okay. All right. So moving on. Let's see here. I have also, there's these, you can do reactions. It's down here, it's got a little smiley face with a plus sign. If you agree with something somebody says, you can give them a thumbs up. So if you click that little smiley face with a little plus right there, it's going to give you two options. It's going to give you a thumbs up and it's going to give you a clap. So if you agree with somebody's answer, you can give them a thumbs up. So you can just go, thumbs up. There you go.
Oh, I think I just started.
How do you do that?
And then if you think someone did a good job, like their answer was really good, they did a good job explaining how they got their answer, then you can clap for them. Like our two claps and a Ric Flair right there.
Oh, okay.
You got two options. That's all you have. All right, guys. All right. Another expectation. I need you, when we're learning, I need you to stay focused. So that means no pets, okay? No walking around your house, none of that, okay? You're focused. Now, as we're waiting for people to join and stuff, I may say, hey, do you want to share something like I did while we were waiting? Some of you shared your pets at that time, but when learning starts, we've got to be focused and we've got to get those pets away from us, and we have to make sure we're seated just like we are in a classroom. We wouldn't be up walking around in the classroom. Okay, so same thing. Okay, guys. Also, if you're joining a lesson with me, then you need to stay focused and be prepared to share. So that means you're doing your work on your piece of paper if I've asked you to do that. Okay? Does that make sense? Give me thumbs up. Yep, good, Micah. So just because I'm not walking around the classroom like I normally do, I am going to be asking you to show me your work. Show me what you've done. That way I know that you're doing what you're supposed to, okay? And then also be respectful. So if somebody's talking, be listening to them. Don't say anything that's not nice. I don't think you guys would, but just I want to say that just to make sure that we're all on the same page here. All right, so what's going to happen now? That's all for my expectations, which is basically the same thing as in the classroom. Okay, I kind of taught you a little bit about Zoom, and the more I learn about Zoom, the more I'm going to be able to teach you how to use it. Okay, guys? It's all, like I said, it's all new to me, so it's going to take some practice. I'll probably get the hang of it about the time school's over with when we don't have to do it anymore, but you know, it is what it is. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to go into Shobi. Okay, and I'm going to kind of show you how things are going to look, because we're not doing, right now I do have you in playlist. It may not always look that way because things are different. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. This. All right, so if you go into Shobi, and of course you're not gonna see homework I was going to do that, and then we decided not to. But you are going to see your math and your reading, right? Okay. So in your math and your reading, right now, you still see yellow and green playlist. Okay. So what it's going to have in here is I'm going to have a folder. So I'll create a folder just so you can see a new folder, and I'll just, it's not going to be like a color. So we'll do, what is this week? It's March 30th through April 3rd. Okay. So you will go into here. Now, I will have your assignments by days. So let's say Monday. Okay. And so on Monday, you would go in here for this week, Monday, and the assignments that you would have to do would be in Monday. Obviously, we would have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on here, okay? And I will explain more later. I know it's not completely set up, but this is how it will look. This week is going to kind of be like a trial and error. We're going to try it. We're going to see how it does, and we might make some adjustments based off of that. But right now, this is kind of what I'm thinking I want to do, and let's just see how it works. So just hang in there with me. Hopefully, by the end of this week, we will have everything worked out and things will be set where you know what you're expected to do. Okay? So
Okay.
that will be for math and for reading. So this is math, you would have March 30th through April 3rd, and then the same thing for reading, you would have March 30th through April 3rd, and it would be set up as, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay? All right. So the next thing I want to show you is if you do go into math and you go to class discussion, look at y'all, class discussion, people talking. Okay, so I have put the website that I created on Showbeat for you guys to find, okay? So I put it in both reading and in math, so whichever one you're in, you just gotta click on class discussion and it should pop up right here. So if you click on that website, it's gonna pull up what I made, okay? So there's gonna be some stuff for you on here, and then there's stuff for your parents on here. I just kind of stuck it all in one spot. So if we go down, this is what I'm kind of thinking it's going to look like as the week goes on. Okay, so it's Miss Stone's virtual learning schedule. Monday, every Monday, we're going to have a class meeting at 10 o'clock. We'll have a share out. So that's kind of like a morning meeting. Okay, we're going to talk about good news, bad news, anything you want to share, that type of thing. Question and answer session. So if you have any questions for me, this is whenever you would ask, and then hopefully I have an answer. And then I'm gonna be doing maybe like a little mini lesson, maybe a couple of mini lessons, one for reading, one for math. I would not have this be longer than an hour. Okay, so it would be shorter than our time in the classroom. But you will have a follow-up activity. So no matter what my mini lesson would be, there's going to be a follow-up activity. This activity is where you'll find it on Showbeat under Monday. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if that's making sense to you guys. Trying to see. Thumbs up if that makes sense. Okay. All right. So, Then on Tuesday, I want to do some small groups at the designated times. I have those listed below. I'll go over that in just a second. And then after your small group, you will have a follow-up activity. So whatever group you're in, that will be, I'll probably name your groups just so you know which activity you're doing. Some groups may have the same activity and some groups might not. Then on Wednesday, you'll have some sort of virtual lesson, whether it be a puzzle, iReady, a pre-recorded lesson, something like that. It would not be a Zoom lesson with me, but you will have a follow-up activity to go with it, and I will be scheduling one-on-one Zoom meetings. So if parents have any questions, if you have any questions, if I notice that something you've done in your work, it's you still don't understand it, I can share my screen with you and we can go over that. All right, Thursday is going to look the same as Tuesday, and Friday will look the same as Wednesday. Okay, guys? All right, so down here, here's the meeting schedules. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, this is when you're meeting with Ms. Stone. Okay, 9:30 to 9:50. Tariana, Johanna, and Sky will be with me, just like small group when you guys would come to my table, except I'm making your group smaller. Okay, from 9:55 to 10:15 would be Malachi, Zamari, and Tori. 10:20 to 10:40, Kyrie, Allison, and Brisa. 10:45 to 11:05 will be Kayana, Addison, and Dallas. 11:10 to 11:30, Rylan, Abel, and Brian. 11:35 to 11:55 will be Kaylin, Eli, Micah, and Ezra. Okay? All right, so that's Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that's only meeting with me for about 20 minutes. Okay? So we won't do both math and reading. One day will be math, one day will be reading. Okay? So if you go up to the top, this tab is for your parents to just explain the apps we might use. But this tab is this math and this reading. If you need to know, like you missed a lesson for the day. Uh-oh, that did not take me where I wanted it to take me. Let's see. There we go. So see, like last week I did this week of March 23rd through the 27th. I kind of just gave you guys a little to-do list and then some Nearpod lessons. So what I'll probably do is have it set up in like a little table, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and have Monday. This is what you need to do. And any lessons that are recorded, I will have the link posted there. Okay, guys? So if you missed it or you need to go back and look at it, that's where it's going to be. So it's going to be here for math and for reading. Okay? Are we good with that? Yes? We good? All right. So do you guys have any questions? I just want to make sure that I have shared everything with you. Let me see. If you guys want to do some enhancement stuff, your enhancement teachers have shared resources. I'm going to go ahead and click on this just to show you. Here's some PE stuff that they sent out. So Mr. Phillips and Mr. Hightower, they sent this out. You can do Monday's workout, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Here's some art ideas that she sent out. So it's kind of like a bingo board. You could choose to do like this for these three. Here's Miss Hogan sent this out for music. Some sort of little link here. You got to make sure you enter the code. And then she has a YouTube where you can listen to some music. And then her email address if you need to email her. Library and research ideas. There's virtual field trips, which I think is pretty cool. So there's a link for that. And then book flicks with Miss Uten. She's got East Iredale. And then her password is book flicks, okay? And then science, she did a lot for science. So week 1, you're working on matter. Week 2, energy. 3, obviously you don't have to do this in 1 week because we're going to be out of school for longer than 4 weeks. So if you wanted to do something like every other day or just do these 2 and do 1 choice board activity, your choice boards are down here. So if you're doing matter, you would choose something in the matters choice board, energy choice board. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up, guys. Are you with me? There's a lot of stuff that you can work on. So let's say you do your follow-up activity and it didn't take you very long to do. I know we're not in school and I know you're at home and I know it's different. But here's what I really want from you guys. I really want you to try and work for 2 hours a day. That's it. Okay? Do an hour for reading and an hour for math. Now, if you've run out of, let's say that you've watched the video, you've worked with me, you've done your follow-up activity, and you still have some time left, get on Freckle or get on Raz Kids. Okay? Or even if you're not finished, that let's say some of you got the packet, you didn't finish the packet, go do some of the work in your packet, okay? But you do not have to work all day long, all right? Just 2 hours. And if you want to break up those 2 hours, that's fine too. It's whatever works for you. If you want to do an hour of reading for, let's say, from like 10 to 11 and then take a break for lunch and then come back and do math from 1 to 2, that's good. And then you're done for the day. Guys, you get to sleep in. You get to maybe stay up a little later because you get to sleep in. Okay? And you get an hour for lunch. You get longer recess. So all I'm asking is for you to just focus for 2 solid good hours. And then you're done for the day. Now, you got to take it up with your parents too, because they might say, I think you should do 3 hours. And that's not bad either. But Miss Stone really just wants 2 good hours. Are we good with that? Yeah. So listen, there is a lesson today that I shared with you guys, and it's from another teacher. But she is fantastic. And I know some of you have signed on and done some of the lessons already, but it's compare and contrast, and that is what we are going to be working on. We're still working on those text structures and how things go together. So that compare and contrast lesson at 11:30, that's going to be good. It's going to be good stuff, okay? So if you're able to sign on at 11:30 and do that lesson, that can count as part of that hour for reading. Your hour for reading work right there, that goes towards it. Okay, guys? Any questions? Okay. Kaylin.
Mine's still deleting on Shobi. Like my work, as soon as I finish it and I press done, it's still deleting it.
Okay. Let me see if I can message Shobi and see what's going on with that. Hopefully they'll get back to me. Is anyone else having that issue where Shobi is deleting your work?
It has done it some to me, like every once in a while.
Okay. But not every day?
No.
Okay. Allison, is your work good? It's good? Okay. Kyrie, have you done any Shobi work?
I have.
Has it deleted it?
Wait. I don't think it's an F.
No. Okay. If it does delete it, let me know. I'm gonna message Shobi and see if they can help me, Caitlin, and I'll let you know. Okay. If you have to, you can always. Do you have a printer at home, Caitlin?
No.
Okay. Maybe if it's possible, you could just write your answers on a piece of paper. So if you're worried that it's not going to save it, then that could be an option. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to unmute you all. And if you guys want to say hey to everybody, you can. So let's see. How do I unmute everybody? I'm going to try to figure this out. Oh, there we go.
Hola.
You're all
Hi.
unmuted. Look, Ezra, he's on, but he doesn't want to show his face.
Oh,
Hey, Ezra.
wow.
Hi.
Ah.
We miss you, Ezra. Actually, I miss all of you because I haven't seen you in 3 weeks. 3 whole
I
weeks.
miss y'all
guys.
too. I found my old phone.
Did y'all at least go outside this weekend? Because it was really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went outside every 3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks.
Yeah. I
Weeks?
like going outside. I like going outside. It's fun than staying inside and playing video games.
Yeah, don't be playing video games all the time. Your brain's going to
It
turn
can mess
good.
up your eyes.
And I ride my scooter.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, you can play your video games a little bit, but go outside. Just like you
I can
ride
just have
your bike.
Sometimes they can
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Stone. Thank you.
Ride your bike, ride your scooter,
We can't.
throw a basketball around, football.
We can't ride a bike.
Why?
I
Thank
can't do that.
you. Thank
You just gotta follow your mama's rules.
We can't. We have courtesy today.
Quarantine?
Quarantine. Well, you can still go outside.
Yes.
Yeah, you
They
can.
actually encourage you to go outside.
Hello.
They can, but don't be in big crowds.
Exactly, Addison. You can go outside. You just gotta stay 6 feet away from people. Like if you're playing with some friends outside, stay away from the playground equipment and just stay 6 feet apart.
How do you send Miss Stone? Can I ask you something? How do you send messages to people and stuff? Like
Text
if I
box.
send a message to you. Yeah, the Zoom group chat name.
Well,
How do you?
for chat, hang on. I don't want y'all chatting to each other without everybody being. If you're chatting, you should be sending it to everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I'm sick.
Let's see if I can figure this out.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I think I have it to where you can only chat with everyone or with just.
It's just that.
How do I send it, Miss Stone? How did I send it?
How do you send it?
Yeah.
Why do you need to send a chat whenever we're talking on here?
Oh. I'm sorry.
Also, if you have a question, you can also type it here if I don't see you raising your hand or something. Okay, guys?
Mm.
All right.
I
Any
like
questions? This is your last time.
Allison's headphones.
What? Wait, what?
Brown hair.
Look at Abel's hair.
I know. What is it?
Abel's not tired though because he's getting more sleep now, aren't you, Abel? Yeah. All right, guys. So here's what I think you should do for your homework. This is your follow-up lesson. Okay, are you ready? Since all we did was talk about our expectations and where things are going to be, I want you to go in on that Monday for reading, whichever one I created it under. I can't remember if it was reading or math.
Math.
Go under math and go to the Monday, and I just want you to type one expectation we talked about today. That is your follow-up activity. That's it. Oh, good. Now remember, try to get that 1 hour of reading and 1 hour of math in for today. Okay? All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off here.
Bye.
Bye. Love you guys.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, April Crazy here. Bye, Addison. Bye, Kyrie. Bye, Allison. Bye, Joanna. Bye, Tori. Wait,
What?
it's
Your
Tori.
sister call you a baby.
Cool.
Dylan,
I'm gonna get this back.
listen.
Hey, Kyrie,
Hey,
what's his shirt
Caitlin.
say?
Bye, Caitlin.
Huh?
Hey, Caitlin.
What's
Bye,
his shirt say?
I
Adios.
know it's so rude that you call Abel a wobble. I don't know, but it's so animal.
Allison, why are you laughing?
It's got a shark on it.
I got to get him out for yeah, bro. Yes, look a little dog.
Look how sweet. Oh. What's his shirt say, Kyrie?
It doesn't say nothing.
Oh, it don't. It's just an animal.
Yeah, Abel, do you have 3 dogs, or is there one?
4.
I got 1 dog. The other one died.
How many
4
dogs?
dogs. No, I got 1.
I had
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
Wow.
that one looks like a kitty.
No.
It's wicked.
Okay, guys.
The big bugger.
Remember, 11:30, compare and contrast. That'll count towards your reading, okay? All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Hey, that's it. I'm logged out.